Welcome to another Math Ninja Pro video.
In this video, we are going to learn how we can use the area model, also called the multiplication frame, to help us factorize. Previously, we have learned that we can expand using the area model or using distribution. Whichever method we use, we will get the same answer. So now let's focus on the area model, or also called the multiplication frame. And I want you to make some observations. Look at all the yellow boxes. What kind of terms are in the yellow boxes? Do you notice that they are all the x squared terms? How about the green boxes? What kind of terms are in the green boxes? Do you notice that they are all the constant terms? How about the gray boxes? Do you notice that all the gray boxes have the x terms? This is a very important observation that can help us to do factorization using the multiplication frame. But before we move to an example, let's quickly recap what it means to factorize. Previously, we have learned that when we expand, what we have is we expand a product of terms, in this case x plus 3 and x plus 2, to get the sum of terms x squared plus 5x plus 6. So when we factorize, what it means is we need to reverse this process. In other words, go backwards. So factorization is actually the reverse process of expansion. So when we factorize, we must start with a sum of terms, in this case x squared plus 5x plus 6, to get a product. And the product would be, in this case, x plus 3 and x plus 2. Right? X plus 3 and x plus 2 are actually called the factors of x squared plus 5x plus 6. So in other words, when we factorize, what we will get is a product of factors. Okay, so let's look at an example of how we can use the area model to help us factorize. Just now, we saw that in the yellow box, we must have our x squared term. Since we only have one x squared here, so let's just put x squared in the yellow box. What do we have in the green box? We should have our constant term. So in this case, it is 2. Right? So now, we do not know what to put in the gray boxes yet. We only know that the two gray boxes must add up to 3x. But we can get 3x from 2x plus x or 4x minus x. There are many ways to get 3x. So now, what we know is, we know for sure that x times x would definitely give us x squared, right? And how can we get 2? We can have 2 times 1 to give us 2. So now, we can check. If we have 2 and 1, what would be in our gray box? We would have 2x and x. Will these two add up to 3x? The answer is yes. So therefore, our factors would be x plus 2 and x plus 1. So in other words, when we factorize x squared plus 3x plus 2, we would get x plus 2 and x plus 1. Notice here that we have a product. In this case, it's the product of x plus 2 and x plus 1, where x plus 2 and x plus 1 are the factors of x squared plus 3x plus 2.
Remember to like, subscribe, and keep coming back for more ninja level math videos.